Let us pause and face the truth. You did everything you were told to do. You studied the advice, you followed the steps, you prepared carefully, and you showed up with good intentions. Yet the result was that familiar emptiness, the silence of a conversation that dies, the sharp sting of being left waiting for a reply, or the polite dismissal that places you in the category you feared most. You gave more and more of yourself, thinking that if you worked harder, cared more, and proved yourself constantly, it would finally make the difference. Instead, it drained you, leaving you frustrated and uncertain. What you were given was not wisdom, but an illusion. Modern culture has trained men to believe that affection is a prize, earned only through constant doing, proving, and striving. But here is the question worth asking. What if the very thing that makes someone most magnetic is not in chasing, not in performing, but in embodying a presence that cannot be shaken? What if the quality you seek has nothing to do with external approval and everything to do with the strength of your inner foundation? This is not a trick or a passing trend. It is a truth preserved for centuries, shaped by philosophers and leaders who mastered themselves long before they influenced the world around them. And today, we will begin to uncover how that same timeless principle can transform the way you live and connect. This endless pressure to prove yourself is what I call the performance trap. From the moment you were a child, you were placed on a wheel that never stops turning. Get the grades, make the team, land the job, win the affection. You are taught that your worth is measured by achievement and the approval that comes with it. So when you meet someone you are drawn to, you instinctively fall back into that same mindset. Instead of simply connecting, you turn the moment into a performance. Every word becomes part of an audition. You are not speaking with her, you are trying to impress her. The truth is, she can feel this. Most women sense instantly when a man is not acting from grounded authenticity, but from an anxious desire for validation. This is the paradox of the so-called nice guy. His kindness is not truly generosity. It is transactional. His compliments, his gestures, his attention are part of a hidden contract. The message is clear. I did this for you. Now you owe me something in return. That energy does not inspire trust or attraction. It makes her carry the burden of being the source of his self-worth, a burden no one wants. The real work that most men avoid is building an unreactive soul. This is the essence of the Stoic man. It is the state of being rooted in yourself, where your emotional balance remains intact, regardless of external events. Imagine this scenario. She cancels at the last minute. The reactive man panics. His thoughts spiral, wondering what went wrong, sending anxious texts or bitter remarks. His entire emotional state has been surrendered. Now picture the unreactive man. He acknowledges the flicker of disappointment, yet does not let it dominate his core. He replies calmly, wishes her well, and turns back to his own life. His energy remains his own. The Stoics called this inner fortress the citadel, a mental stronghold no storm can penetrate. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not over external events." Recognize this, and you will discover strength. This unshakable peace is not weakness, it is power. It is what makes a man magnetic. And here is the epiphany. Attraction is not the final prize. It is not something you chase. It is a natural consequence of a man who is fully anchored in his purpose. Consider the lighthouse. The waves crash. The storms roar. The fog conceals. The lighthouse does not wander or dim itself out of frustration. Its only task is to stand firm, to tend its light, and to shine it. Because it fulfills that task, ships are guided to it. Your mission, your growth, your standards, your devotion to your path, that is your light. This path is not abstract, it is practice. Begin with 3 Stoic disciplines. First, practice negative visualization. Each morning, imagine the loss of something you value, whether it is a job, a possession, or even the interest of a partner. This is not pessimism. It is training your mind to release attachment. By accepting the worst in thought, you rob it of control in reality. Second, apply. The dichotomy of control. When stress rises, ask one question: is this within my control or outside it? Her mood, her replies, her choices, all outside your control. Your principles, your discipline, your response, these are yours. Focus only on what you command. Third, embrace purposeful solitude. This is not isolation. It is deliberate practice. Set aside time each week without distractions. Read, write, train your body, work on your mission. Learn that your own company is not only enough, but is a place of strength. The journey is clear, though it is not easy. You must stop drifting as a ship guided by another's approval. You must become the lighthouse. The world is crowded with men who bend themselves into shapes they think will win affection. They vanish into the background. The man who endures is the one who refuses to bend, not from arrogance, but from devotion to his values, his mission, and his own soul. The goal is not to mold yourself into what she wants. The goal is to become a man whose life and presence you deeply respect. That is where real freedom and real connection begin. The great paradox is that the man who no longer craves validation is the one who becomes most magnetic. He is steady when the world shakes. He is calm when others are restless. In a storm of uncertainty, he stands as a pillar of strength, and it is precisely this grounded presence that draws her closer without him ever needing to chase. Now the decision rests with you. You can remain caught in the endless cycle of performing and pleasing, chasing approval that slips through your fingers. Or you can begin the profound work of building your inner citadel. Construct your fortress. Ignite the fire within you. When you do, others will naturally find their way to your light. If this message stirred something within you, subscribe and be part of a community walking this same path. And as a declaration of your commitment, write in the comments, "I am the lighthouse." Stand firm and let your light shine.